Hey girl, grab your coffee. I'm Cara, and welcome to Coffee and Common Sense. This is where we're going to have honest conversations about life, style, money, and whatever's going on, and pretty much anything else that ends up in this coffee chat. So let's get into it. It's not just me, right? Can we talk about getting dressed a minute? Because I don't know what happened, but somewhere along the line, getting dressed became work, like actual work. And I'm not talking about getting dressed for a wedding, I'm talking about a random Tuesday. You open your closet, you look around, you have plenty of clothes, you've got plenty of shoes, and you have even more handbags. And somehow you still stand there thinking, I don't have anything to wear. Now, tell me I'm not the only one because I refuse to believe it's just me. And here's what I think happened. I don't actually think it's the clothes. I think we've changed. At 40, when I was in my 20s, I was buying clothes because they were cute, because they were reasonably priced. It didn't matter if they were comfortable or even if they made sense whatsoever. If they were cute, they came home with me. Now, girl, if I can't sit down in it, we're probably not buying it. And honestly, just between you and me, if it doesn't have elastic in the waist, there's also a good chance I'm not buying it. And comfort doesn't mean that I've necessarily given up. See, I think people hear comfortable and immediately picture elastic waistbands or orthopedic shoes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I still want to look put together. I still want to feel confident. I still like fashion. I love fashion, actually. And I am a shopper at heart. I just don't want to suffer for the trade off of being cute these days. So, um, let's talk about these closets for a second because why do I have clothes for a life I don't even live anymore? Seriously, like who exactly was I buying certain things for? Um, where was I planning to actually go? Because 90% of my life is work, Target, home, grocery store, activities with my child, cooking dinner, maybe a brunch here or there. But why do I own outfits for like full on rooftop parties when nobody has invited me to one? I started looking through my closet the other day and I found clothes with plenty of tags on them. Now I know I'm not by myself in this. At least maybe you guys can tell me if I'm by myself in this, but I highly doubt it. Because woman who's watching this, who's over 40, has at least one thing in her closet that she was absolutely convinced she was going to wear. Guess what? Never happened. You're not alone. And then let's not even get started with social media. Social media has made shopping even worse. Every single day, there's another must have thing. There's another, ooh, this will be life changing thing. You need this. No, actually, I don't think so. Apparently, I need a new water bottle, a new tote bag, a new skincare routine that's got to take 15 steps to complete, a new morning routine, a new nighttime routine. It just never stops. So for me, when I wake up, I want to drink my coffee. I don't want to get into the craziness of what social media is talking about. And don't even get me started with Amazon. Although I will say one thing. Probably 2 years ago, I was notorious for ordering something from Amazon a minimum of 3 times a week. And for whatever reason, the last good year and a half, I maybe order something from Amazon once every month, which for me, that is amazing. So here's where I've landed. I've realized I'd rather buy one really good pair of jeans than to have five okay pair of jeans. For me, I'd also rather have one handbag that I absolutely love, that is my standard everyday bag, and then maybe two or three nice handbags that I can switch up on weekends when I go out or when I go to church, which again, the going out part hardly ever happens because I'm just not in that type of energy anymore. So every now and then, you know, Target will humble me even. You walk in there for toothpaste, the next thing you know, you spent $140 and somehow you didn't even end up getting the toothpaste. How does that even happen? But I really do think something has changed as we get older. I don't feel like I'm shopping to impress people anymore. Really, I'm shopping for me. I want to feel good. I want to be comfortable. I want it to be quality. And I want to be able to walk in my closet and actually like what's hanging up in there. And to stop buying clothes for some imagery version of myself, imaginary version, sorry. And maybe that's really what confidence is, not wearing the trend, not buying whatever everybody else is saying you should have, not dressing for social media, just knowing what works for you and being okay with that. Because honestly, fashion is supposed to be fun, it shouldn't be stressful. And really, that's at any age. But I think you get to the point at 40 where you're truly like, hey, I'm not doing all of that for the gram. What's one thing that's changed about the way you shop now compared to 10 or 20 years ago? Are you buying less? Are you buying better these days? Still a person who goes into Target and spends way more than you intended? Leave it down in the comments and let me know so we can discuss it together. Because I have a feeling we're going to have some really good conversations around here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you spending a little coffee time with me. And until next time, grab your coffee, use a little common sense, and I'll see you in the next conversation.